Thanks, guys. Welcome back. That's our college football analyst, Joe Plagic. I'm Jake Bowen, and now we are looking at the Heisman college football quarterback and non-position odds in the NCAA. We had some highs, Joel. We had some lows, but we had one, Jalen Milroe. What a game between Georgia and Alabama. In the air, Milroe, 374 yards, 2 touchdowns, but then on the ground, 16 carries for 117 yards. Milroe is a beast out there.
Yeah, Jake, we talked about the Georgia-Bama game, and I mean, how can you not love this sport? Milroe is fantastic with 491 total yards against the second-ranked team in the nation. His Heisman odds skyrocketed after this week. There's a lot of doubt, I think, surrounding the Crimson Tide as Kalen DeBoer replaces the legendary Nick Saban, but Milroe keeps improving. And I think, obviously, what's tough about him is the versatility. He's 7th in college football in completion percentage and tied for most rushing touchdowns among quarterbacks. And a play that stood out to me was Milroe's read option in the second quarter. Bama goes for a 4th and 1 in Georgia territory. The Dogs are keyed up for a run up the middle. Milroe pulls the ball, scampers down the sideline for a 35-yard score. It's just so tough to prepare for this guy, and that's why he's my Heisman favorite.
Well, as of now, Jalen Milroe, a plus 175 favorite. But let's move to the Mountain West. I like to call it the Forgotten Conference, but there's one guy who's been the true MVP of his team this season, and it's Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty. He had 13 touchdowns at the end of last season, 14 already through 4 games. Joel, Jeanty is a wrecking ball.
I mean, how about Jeanty? He is so electric with his big play threat. And I've heard some people say that he could be the best running back prospect since Barry Sanders. His Heisman odds have undoubtedly gone up as he gashed Washington State this weekend with 4 touchdowns, propelling Boise State to 21st in the rankings. Jeanty leads all of college football in rushing touchdowns and in yards by 160. But what jumps out to me is his average yards per carry, with 10.3. I mean, that's a first down every time he gets the ball. The Broncos' only loss has come to number 6 ranked Oregon by 3 points, where Jeanty had 3 scores.
Jeanty's odds are currently at plus 900, and that's pretty impressive considering the Heisman is mainly a quarterback award. Next, this wide receiver and apparently corner is always on the field. He's like the Saquon Barkley on offense and the Max Crosby on defense. This guy does not come off the field.
Yeah, Jake, I think everybody knows who we're talking about. Mr. Travis Hunter from Colorado. He's always on the field making an impact. And I think his Heisman odds have stayed in a relatively similar spot after a great game against UCF. This season, he's had 6 touchdowns and 2 INTs on defense, and he also recorded a game-winning forced fumble against Baylor to win in overtime if you were questioning his physicality. He's undoubtedly the most versatile player in the sport.
Hunter's odds are currently at plus 700 as he hopes to improve Colorado's success, and they'll definitely rely on him. They're not in the AP top 25 yet, but they're in the hunt, and they've crawled in the hunt, and it will depend on his success. But let's finish up the ACC, the Atlantic Coast Conference, with teams like Cal and Stanford. Pretty ironic, right? But this Heisman candidate is actually located in the Atlantic Coast Conference, and that's Miami quarterback Cam Ward. He's first in passing touchdowns and second in passing yards.
Yeah, Cam Ward in Miami narrowly escaped against Virginia Tech this week, and some say his odds might have decreased, but I think he's still up there in the same spot. He had a few mistakes, but 5 total touchdowns, incredible last-ditch effort plays, and his pocket awareness and calmness really stands out to me. So exciting to watch.
Well, thanks, Joe Plagic, Jake Bowen. Let's head it to Stacy, Teddy, and Tommy for NBA Western Conference predictions.